Morning. Can't really see the mountain this morning. It's smoky. Let's go for a walk. Go ahead, Bear. Go, Bear. Go. Alright, I'm gonna pass Bear. Well, I can't really even hardly see the sun. It's smoky. We have a fire, like I said yesterday, out in Klamath Forest. There's a mountain back there. You can normally see, you can kind of see its outline, but normally we can see the mountain real good. I wanted to show you how it says smile in snow. I also see Mililli. I'm Merlin Mililli. I am walking bear. So I'm having a horrible morning. Not just because of the smoke. It's par for the course, the smoke. I'm surprised I'm even out here making this. Here I am. Bear needed a walk anyway. It's not a lot of work to record the walk. It's just my arms get tired. I don't have a selfie stick. You can kind of see St. Michael's Hill is what I call it. You can see it out there, the little hill. Sort of looks like a, I don't know, a rabbit or something. It's a little hill out there. I call it St. Michael's Hill because I've seen the Archangel Michael sitting out there numerous times. I know some of you are like, oh, no, you haven't. But yes, I have. I have been a psychic my whole life, and I communicate with the spirit world more than I communicate with humans these days. So I have a special bond with the Archangel Michael, and he protects me. So he shows himself to let me know that he's there. But he normally comes with snow. He says it's angel camouflage. Spring Hill. It's about a little later this morning than I've been coming out. Got into an argument with my daughter this morning. So that wasn't fun. Really, it wasn't much of an argument. It was just her yelling at me for being in the bath and and how I didn't do enough for her. And I don't take care of her. I did leave her a window from 7 to 8. She had to be at work at 8, and I was going to bring her, and I was in the bath at 6:30, and she got very angry. I was out by 7. She could have taken a shower. I still was planning to bring her to work, and she got a ride from someone and didn't take a shower and just was angry and mean. Had a full-blown stroke when she was little. And let's see, what year was that? 2012. I had a stroke in 2012. And I had to relearn everything. How to feed myself, how to walk, how to play guitar, how to drive. And I guess I didn't give her enough of my time. But I still, all those years, provided her with a home and got her to school and got her up for school and fed her dinner, and she's 17. She doesn't really need mommy to do everything for her anymore. When I was 17, I got kicked out of my house, so I was on my own. I didn't have my mommy helping me with anything because I didn't live with my mommy or my daddy. I was kicked out and homeless at 17. And not because of anything I did, but because my neighbor robbed my mother's house. So I got kicked out. I still don't really understand it because it doesn't make sense. I guess my mother thought I had something to do with the robbery. She had me questioned by the police, but I didn't rob her. Why would I rob my mother? Why would I rob my own house? It was my next door neighbor she was my age and I used to hang out with her and I did let her in, but even if I wasn't friends with her, she would have robbed the house. It wasn't like she was not gonna rob the house. She was gonna rob my mother. She wanted to rob my mother. That was the whole point of all that? My mother had a lot of jewelry that she admired and was butthurt and jelly about, so she robbed her. I didn't rob my own mother, but I did take the blame and get kicked out and was homeless because of it. My mother was never homeless. The chick that robbed my mother was never homeless. I've been homeless 4 or 5 times. Lost everything. At least twice. I don't have my yearbook. I don't have my baby pictures. I don't have any pictures. I don't have anything. I have this forest. I have the mountain. I have my walks here, which have been extremely helpful and healing. Though after my stroke, I found that I had epilepsy, though that took a long time to figure out. But I've had it my whole life. I actually had a seizure right here. And Bear helped me. He just stayed behind me. He went like lengthwise behind me like a chair, and he held me up and kept me from hitting my head on the rocks. That camera should have got my seizure. There's a camera up there on that post. It's not a good sight though. I get all red in the face and boogery. Got to watch myself have a seizure in the mirror. I was hanging on to the sink in the bathroom, in front of the bathroom mirror, and I started having a seizure, and I was like trying to talk myself out of the seizure, trying to do like mind over matter stuff, and the seizure didn't care. it was coming anyway, and so I said to myself in the mirror, I'm not having a seizure, and I let go of the counter and I fell down. I told myself out here, I'm not having a seizure, I'm not having a seizure, and I tried to power through and I fell down. There's just some things that you can't mind over matter, you know, a stroke, a seizure, those things are serious. They're not pretend. You know what is pretend? Money. We made it up. It's a human thing. No other creatures need money to survive because it's not real. It's pretend. It's made up, even more so nowadays. It's a decimal point on your bank statement. It's not money. It's not real. It's pretend. Like time. We made that up too. Time is just, it's a magazine. It's not real. We made it up. If you ask an AI person about time, they can't really define it. They say something clever, and they can only say that same sentence over and over, and That's all they can comment on time. And that's it. Because they don't, it's not a computer thing. It's not a everything creature living in the world thing. We made it up. And yes, there's, the revolutions of the sun and things like that creatures in the forest go by, but they don't chop it down to, seconds and milliseconds and how fast can I do this and how fast can I do that. Since my stroke, and then I had a mini stroke back in August of last year, so between the mini stroke and the stroke, I move kind of slow. That's Black Butte out there. See it? Spring Hill. Something just bit me. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. It's already hot out here. I don't know when this heat is supposed to break, but I'm praying for rain. Rain, 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 rain. I love the color of these. It's so pretty. My daughter says they're an invasive species, but I like them. And the bees and the butterflies like them, so I don't see how they're a problem. This manzanita business, now that's invasive and hard to get rid of. That bush there, it's a manzanita. Oh, this is a manzanita, and it's I broke my thumb trying to trim one of them back in my yard. There's the bear. Come on, bear. What are we doing? No, 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 no. Bear. Snap out of it. Come on. He smells a critter or something. Or maybe the neighbor's dog pee. He loves our neighbor's dog pee. I know every place in the forest where that dog has peed. Because Bear is fixated upon it. Aren't you, Bear? You love Coda. I know it. He does. Loves her. And her pee. Okay, I'm going to try turning you around now. To switch hands. Hi. Good morning. I'm Merlin Mililli, and I'm walking Bear. And he's walking in the wrong direction. Let me make sure I'm still going here. Am I not still going? I don't see a count. Oh, it's down here. Okay. I think we're still going. Okay, here we go. Yesterday it shut off when I flipped it around. I broke the camera or something. I don't know. Maybe I hit a button. I don't know. But I'm hoping we record the way back now. Bear almost made me fall. Right? Did you see that? That would have been fun. Typically, I don't fall down unless I'm having a seizure. So, yesterday, what I talked about when we were walking back was ginkgo biloba. I started taking ginkgo biloba for cognitive skills. Since the stroke, I'm not always as sharp as I used to be. And I don't want to forget what I'm saying as I'm walking here. I'm not scripted, and I don't have any way to be scripted, so I haven't even wrote any notes out, nothing. I just wing it, and I'm finding the ginkgo biloba to help quite a bit, actually. I haven't forgot what I was saying at all in the past few days that I've been taking it, and certainly not while we're walking. So I think the president should take ginkgo biloba. I think it would help him with his speeches and his brain farts. I mean, brain farting is a thing. I've been doing it since I was a teenager. People forget what they're saying sometimes. Old people more so. It happens. I don't think we should be telling him he has to get out of the race because he brain farted during the debate, when the other guy was just lying and lying and lying and lying some more. Just once in this world, I wish, or once in a while, I wish people would just get what they deserve. Biden didn't deserve all that for what he said, but Trump deserves to be held accountable for the insurrection, stealing classified documents, and for trying to kill Mike Pence, trying to kill Nancy Pelosi, for sending his people after those poor worker bees that were just working on the election. He needs to be held accountable for this. And I know our Supreme Court is like, oh, immune. But I think they're wrong. I think we need to expand the court. I've been saying that for a while. 4 years, actually. I don't see what's wrong with that. I see what's wrong with the imbalanced court. Justice holds scales because she needs to be balanced. Justice isn't justice unless it's balanced. That is not balanced. That's an imbalanced court. It's stacked, heavily conservative. They're passing laws for people who are dead. How about we pass some laws for people who aren't born yet, instead of the people who died already? No one wants an anti-abortion law. Abortion is health care. And we should stop calling it abortion, because, there are pregnancies that are just not viable. They're not going to be babies. That baby isn't coming out alive. And the mother should not have to carry it around in her belly while it's dead, or knowing that it's not viable and it's not going to live. It messes the mother's brain up. It messes her psyche up. Mothers are attached to their babies. They love their babies no matter what, even if it's not viable. It's really hard to have to abort a baby, but it's even harder to have to carry a dead one around in your body. Bleed out in parking lots. This is insane. Why are we doing this to the women of our country? Vote them out. Vote, ladies. Vote. Vote for ladies, but not Amy Coney Barrett. She supposedly has like 7 children, but I don't know how a woman who actually birthed 7 children, which I don't know if that's the case. I'm guessing she probably did not birth all 7 of them. Because I don't know how a woman who actually had childbirth and knows how hard it is and how each life is a miracle and precious and amazing that it happens, because a lot of them don't happen. Just in nature. It just, not everybody survives. Not all the eggs become chickens. It's just nature. It's how it works. If these lawmakers would get off their high horse and maybe go out in nature and realize that the rest of the world is functioning on a different set of facts and laws, then maybe they'd figure out that, not all fetuses become babies. It's just a fact of life. I'm not calling the pro-lifers pro-life anymore, because they're not. They're not pro-life. They don't care about women's lives. If they did, women wouldn't be bleeding out in parking lots and carrying around dead fetuses within their body. Sorry. I'm having a rough morning. A little venting. Never hurt anybody. My other daughter, I have 2 daughters. They were born back to back, 11 months apart. And the older daughter was a preemie. She was born at 27 weeks gestational. She was 1 pound, 7 ounces. You could fit her in your hand. She was that little. So these people that say that, liberals commit infanticide are full of poo, because I had a baby at 27 weeks gestational, and I went to that hospital every blessed day, and I sat with her, and I read to her in her incubator, and I fed her, and she's now taller than me and all grown up. People don't commit infanticide. It's not a thing. No one, not the most liberal of people, kills babies. No one is killing babies. Babies die within the womb, and then they have to be aborted. You can't carry that stuff around in you. A dead baby, a mom carrying her dead child around inside her really messes her head up. It gives her horrible depression. It really messes her head up. Some of them become suicidal once they lose their baby. I know I lost a baby. I had a miscarriage because my ex kicked me, and it was his child. I miscarried. It's rarely the woman's fault that she had a miscarriage or has to have an abortion. Most women don't want to have either. Most women want to have their babies and keep them. That is what I have found. And I know some people. I've been around the whole world. I met people. I talked to people. I know some things. I fed millions of people for free. And I talked to them when I fed them. But this is the end of the line for us. Have an extraordinary day. I hope yours is less smoky than mine. Thanks for walking with us.